Our first guest tonight is an Academy Award-nominated actress you know from such films as Mean Girls, Mamma Mia, and Mank. She stars in A Mouthful of Air, which is exclusively in theaters October 29th. Let's take a look.
Wow. Look at that. I have my birthday boy who's very excited to see his mommy.
Happy birthday, my... Hi, Champy. Happy birthday. Do you like your sign? It says, Happy birthday, teddy bear. Mama made that sign. She just finished it. You want to see what I got you? You want to see?
Please welcome back to the show our friend Amanda Seyfried. I'm so happy to see you in person again.
This is bananas.
I know. We Zoomed a couple of times over the last 2 years.
There was a lot of Zooming, and I did not mind it.
You were really good at Zooming because you lived on a farm and you would actually sometimes hear animals in the background. And I will tell you, I liked that a great deal.
I liked it, too. It felt very comfortable, you know, waist up kind of dressing.
Yeah.
You know, it was just nice. I mean, I had a baby, very young baby at the time, too, so it really worked for me. I love the vibe of a studio audience. Don't get me wrong. This is awesome. I can't see your faces, but I do. As much stage fright as I have, I really do suffer from extreme stage fright. Just had some wine. But it really feels nice that you're here and we're all together.
It is nice to be together again.
I feel like there's some progress being made.
It was another thing that was really nice since the last time I saw you is we were talking about the film Mank that you were so wonderful in, and then you were nominated, deservingly so, for an Academy Award.
I know, it was a big deal. Oh, God.
I am always...
But I will say, oh, God. I got the call from my publicist, who I turned my phone off the night before, because I was like, if anyone's going to tell me I got an Academy Award nomination, or didn't, I want it to be my mother, right?
That's very sweet.
She lives with us, yeah. But I was also sleeping in because I had a tough case of COVID, you know? So it was really hard not to talk about it because in the press, you have to do all these interviews the next day. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm really happy. Like, it's really exciting. I couldn't be happier, really. When I'm, like, so ill. And I didn't want that to, you know, take over, because, you know, clickbait and stuff like that. So I was dealing with one of the worst moments of my life, worrying that my mom was going to get sick. She had been vaccinated, thank God, because it was in March, right? So it was before I had just gotten vaccinated 2 days before I got my positive result, which was, oh boy.
Congratulations.
Thank
it's
you
great
so
to get both.
It's great to have both, apparently. Hybrid immunity. But no, it was scary because I had two small kids and I was worried about them and my husband who was working, and it was really stressful. And then all of a sudden this amazing career-changing thing happens, and boy, life is weird.
Yeah.
Makes you really embrace the positive.
I would imagine. Your
Not
mom...
the COVID positive.
Yeah.
I guess the COVID positive as well.
You're right, this is a terrible 2 years to say embrace the positive. That is. If Dr. Fauci says the last thing you do is embrace the positive.
Yeah, well...
How are your animals? I know we've had some, you know, that part of farm life is you learn that life cycles for some of the animals are shorter than you might come to expect from human beings.
Yeah, I was taking a tally of our chickens because we just got back from a long LA jaunt, if you will.
And you don't have like a chicken sitter. You just like leave them to their...
No, I definitely have a chicken sitter.
Okay, gotcha.
But she's more than that. She's the animal whisperer.
Gotcha. So the chickens aren't like, you don't like leave like a fridge full of stuff and you're like, all right.
You know, if they were a little bit smarter, I probably would. But no, Shannon she's amazing. And I just checked in with her and I was like, I don't remember losing. I came back and there were 3. I left, I guess, there must have only been 5 then. But I don't recall in the last 4 months, I guess we lost 2. So there's 3.
Okay.
We're gonna get more, but it's not the season for it.
By the way, when you said I went back and counted my chickens, I thought we were talking like 50 to 100 chickens.
No, that's my dream.
Yeah. But like, I'm like, how do you find out? And you're like, oh, let's see, there were 5 and then we had 3. I'm not a farmer,
It
but...
took me a while, but I counted them with my hand and there are only 3. I went out one day and I was like, but there's so many animals to look after. I mean,
you have goats?
Yeah, our one go. I just checked in today because we're going back up tonight.
Did you count and you were like, 1, they're all here?
No, we have 6 still. Thank God. No, one is. There are 2 who are struggling. One has is struggling with something called precocious udder, where her udder gets really inflamed and heavy, and witch's milk comes out of it. It's not a joke. This is what our vet told us.
I can't believe the best
'Tis the
word they could
season.
come up for that was precocious.
I know. It's
We have a toddler
perfect
who is
word.
Precocious. She is
I know.
very swollen and witch's milk.
And witch's milk comes out of his orifices. That would be terrifying, but
Is
yeah.
the goat going to be okay?
I think she's got a fine prognosis.
Okay.
I'll know more tomorrow.
Okay. Well, we'd love to have you back.
Thank you. I love. This is my favorite show.
Oh, we love having you
really
here.
is.
What about Halloween? The 1-year-old probably doesn't have much of a take on what he
Yeah,
wants to be.
I tell him he's going to be an officer dinosaur. He's going to be a cop and a dinosaur mixed together.
Okay, great. Perfect. I think he will look back on that and thank you. The older one, probably the older girl,
Yeah,
right?
she's gonna be a Peter Pan and Alice in Wonderland and a pirate. What are your kids gonna be?
The 3.5-year-old's a pirate, and the
Cool.
5.5-year-old is like a ship captain, but like,
Like a boss of the pirate?
no, it's weird. It's not like a sea captain. It's like a cruise ship captain. Like it's like very like
Wow.
brass buttons and like a hat.
From Titanic.
Yeah, it's a Titanic.
Oh.
Yeah, and my kids are obsessed with Titanic. This is a true thing. And so here's the thing, my wife is always, you know my wife, Alexi, she's like, don't tell them about superheroes because it's just like very violent and stuff. And then I come in one day and she's literally reading them a book about the Titanic. And I'm like, oh, watery grave is fine.
Oh my God, you're gonna drown?
Yeah.
Kind of thing? Wow, that's
So he's a-
historical.
Yeah, I think he wanted to be a Titanic captain because then part of his costume is just sadly drinking brandy while
And kids are the best at,
they're so good at drinking brandy.
Yeah, they're the best at, posing.
I do think it's funny that I realize now, I hadn't put it together, that the oldest one picked first and was like, I'm a sea captain, and the 3.5-year-old who just is like, exists to be an irritant to him is like, I'm a pirate. So
I'm your enemy, man.
I'm your enemy. I hope
Good
I don't ransack your candy.
luck. Wow, what's that like? God,
know.
I have that in my future.
You do have that in your future. Because they probably, what does the girl think of the little 1-year-old? Does she
She's
have?
obsessed with him.
Oh, that's good.
Well, actually, it's evolving.
Okay.
It's,
There's a lot going on in your life right now that is evolving. The goat,
Yeah.
the relationship between your children.
I know, and my husband's working right now, so he's like in and out. And I'm just like, I think the time you need to be home right now is right now. Because a 1-year-old who's about to walk, it's just, he wants to die.
Yeah.
He's just, where are the sockets? Where's the glass?
Yep.
Show me where the knives are. I'm gonna have some fun. And he's got male energy.
Yep. That's a really funny thing. Like my 3.5.
You have 2 of them.
I have 2 of them. I brought my 3.5-year-old to school today, and he just got on the floor and just screamed, but like happily. Just like happily screamed and then like ran his feet around in the circle like he was one of the 3 Stooges. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you.
You can't, you just gotta
Yeah,
walk
just let-
away.
Yep. Just walk away?
I mean, they're not gonna learn anything right now anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Except socializing.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, I'm leaving, and by the way, I don't think you're teaching him anything because he should know not to do that.
Yeah. Give it time.
Give it time.
I guess so.
This film is a wonderful film. It's a deeply, it's a heavy subject.
It's profound. Yeah.
It's profoundly sad.
Yeah.
You play a new mother
Yeah.
suffering through depression, anxiety, postpartum. I would imagine a film like this, 1, you have to be passionate about the material, and 2, they have to be hard to get made. Like to have somebody say,
Yeah.
we'll give you money to make a movie like this.
We have a lot of investors who, these Maven Pictures, these 2 women, Celine and Trudy, they found people that were passionate about it as well, and they found the money, and we made this tiny little movie in 21 days, and it was kind of awesome because it was small and I liked that, and we were just all together, but at the same time, it's just, it shows, it reflects really how we talk about mental health in general, and also how we treat mothers in the healthcare system, which is we don't treat mothers. As soon as you have a baby, you go home and that's it.
Yeah.
There's no fourth trimester check-ins. There's no, hey, are you feeling okay? And your partners, if you're a single mother, you're made to feel like you have to do it alone, which is crazy. It used to be a tribe thing, and luckily for me, I do have that. My mom lives with us, and I can pass the baby off with her when I'm working or whatever, and I know that they're safe. But it's so traumatic to deliver a baby, even if you're not suffering from anxiety or depression or any kind of mental illness to begin with. I feel like for every mother I've ever spoken to, I know is terrified of the night times, because you put your baby to sleep and you're just hoping that they don't die in the middle of the night. It's grim, but it's the reality of motherhood and of having a small child. I'm sure it's hard because you can only do so much. You can't feed your baby. You have to make sure that your wife is doing okay and the kids are okay, and it's really hard, and we don't talk about it enough, and I hope this movie generates that conversation, and I hope people understand that there is a lot of help out there and that we need more of it also. We can't be forgotten as women, especially leaving the hospital, getting those $20,000 bills from our, even after insurance, and no help, lactation consultants are not free as far as I know, and psychological help is not affordable.
It's a really beautiful and important film, and it's really nice that you used your platform to tell it.
Oh, thanks. I hope people see it. Listen, it's not easy to talk about this kind of stuff, but you have to talk about it in order for people to feel like there's a place to go when you're feeling that way. So.
I'm so happy to see you. It's always such a delight to have you in this studio.
I'm so happy that I'm here with you.
I know, it's really nice to have you.
Yeah, I feel safe.
I'm
definitely not going to give you...
That's what we try very hard to do. A Mouthful of Air is wonderful. It's exclusively in theaters Friday.